WPPS TV3 Sports welcomes you to Portland High School football. We now send you up to the booth and welcome in Steve Schwartz on play-by-play and John Coyne on color commentary.
Good evening from Fitzpatrick Stadium. It's October 5th, 2018. It's a beautiful fall night. We're ready for some high school football. Tonight, your Portland Bulldogs are going to take on the Rams from Bangor. My name is Dave Levine. I'm here for Steve Schwartz, along with Luke Hill on camera, Dave Elowich in another room, and, of course, John Kilbride here for color analyst.
Hey, great to be here, Dave.
So, John, Portland is on a high. They've won a couple games in a row. They came off a big win last week against Edward Little. Bangor, on the other hand, is having a tough stretch. They just got beaten by Lewiston. Their offense isn't clicking. What do we expect tonight?
Well, probably not much, Dave. The Rams have lost the last 3 games. They're really not producing. They've got a young team. They're redeveloping that. They probably have a handful of seniors. They've got number 62. He's a big guy on defense we can keep an eye on. Yep. But other than that, they really shouldn't pose a threat to Portland. Portland's got to go out there, play their game. They have too many weapons with Stasium in the passing game, Elowich up the middle. They're healthy. They're missing some players tonight. They had to reshuffle the line around, but nothing that's going to impact the play. They just need to go out there and play their game, mix it up a little bit, and they shouldn't have a problem with Bangor.
Excellent. So we look forward to this game. This is going to be a good one. We'll see you in just a bit. And the Bulldogs are ready to take the field behind the cheerleaders. They made a nice sign to fight cancer. It is October, so that's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Bulldogs trying to get rowdy behind the sign, and they'll be on their way out just shortly. And here come your Portland Bulldogs, led out by the 4 captains, Ben Levine, Ben Stasium, Zach Elowich, and Koa Farnsworth. Okay, here we go, folks. Christo Vumpa to kick off. Back deep for the Bangor Rams is number 1, Tristan Stewart, and number 9, James Neal. Neal takes it up to the 20, 25, 30, breaks a tackle at the 30 and tackled down at the 35-yard line. First in there was Zach Elowich. So let's see here what the Bangor Rams come out with on offense. They're led by their quarterback, Zach Milliken. And their lead running back, again, is James Neal, who just returned that kick. And they have a fullback who gets a lot of carries, Gabe Higgins. Quarterback in the shotgun, running back to split to his right. Back looking to pass, looking to the left side. It's complete out there to a short gain, wrapped up by Ben Stasium for just 1 yard.
Yeah, great open field tackle by Stasium, really reading the play. The Bulldogs coming on a blitz. And, Ben doesn't get him. He's going to pick up a good 10, 15 yards on that. Great open field tackle.
It was a nice tackle. He had no help from behind. Looks like the Bulldogs are coming out in a man-to-man defense so they can send a little extra pressure up the middle.
Yeah, they're really not expecting much from the Rams, so they're gonna press them early.
Again, quarterbacks in the shotgun, receiver coming in motion from right to left, handoff up the middle. And there's a ball is on the ground. Higgins fumbled the ball. They're scrambling for it, and it looks like the Dogs have it. The Dogs recover at the 30-yard line. I couldn't quite see who got the ball, but there were a lot of blue jerseys right around it.
Yeah, just a solid stick right at the line by Grant Jacobson, Dave. Just pushed that ball right out of his hands, causing that fumble. Bulldogs hitting hard. We've seen this last week's game. The defense really coming up and putting the hit to them.
Yeah, they were really playing aggressive last week. So let's see what the Dogs come out. It's going to be a little bit of a different backfield. You've got Nope under center with Elowich deep. Trefethan is the fullback. There's the snap. It's a hint. It's a rolling out to the left is Nope. He's looking deep. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown. 30 yards to Ben Stasium, wide open in the end zone.
Yeah, that separation, he was at least 15 yards wide open, and I'm like, throw it, but he held back, rolled out, got a clear shot at him.
It was a beautiful play action fake to Elowich. Everyone sucked up in the middle, and he just launched it deep, hit him in stride, and an easy score for the Bulldogs. Christo Vumpa to look for his extra point. He has been perfect on the year. And yet again, he knocks it through. So with 10:57 left in the first quarter, the Dogs jump ahead of Bangor 7-0. Okay, Vumpa to look to kick off from the 40-yard line. Boots a low line drive. That's caught by one of the up backs. That's number 87, Zach Copperthwaite. He's wrapped up at about the 37-yard line by a host of Bulldogs.
Well, that was a quick strike before, and you're the Bangor Rams. You've lost the last three, Dave, and you get the ball, you fumble it. A quick strike by Portland, no coverage around Stasium whatsoever. This is a shot in the gut. Let's see how they recover from that.
Yeah, Bangor really has to react to this right now. Out of the shotgun again. Single back in the backfield next to him. We've got 4 wide receivers. They pressure up the middle. He's looking a crossing route, and it's thrown incomplete to number 1, Tristan Stewart, but there is a penalty on the field at about the 45-yard line, so that could be something on the defense.
Yeah, pass interference, number 24, Zach Elowich, coming across the middle. Does a bump on the receiver, and that's going to draw a pass interference on them, put him right out.
So that's something the Bulldogs have to stay away from. I mean, if Bangor has one play for 1 yard, then fumbles, then gives up a quick score, you can't give them any momentum to get back into this game.
Yeah, very true. I mean, Portland's playing really good football right now. The key is be disciplined. Don't be over-aggressive. It will come to you. They're blitzing early. They're running the man coverage. They know that they can control the Rams based on everything they've seen in matchups. Just don't be over-aggressive and draw these penalties.
So that gives the Rams first and 10 at the Bulldog 48. Again, out of the shotgun is a handoff up the middle. That's Higgins, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, maybe even lost one. That's Big Nate. Is that Big Nate Kapongo right in off the nose?
Yeah, Kapongo getting good penetration right there in the line. This is going to be a struggle with the Rams, as we know that. Portland's got a good front, and they're going to be in the backfield all night long.
So that goes down as a loss of 1 for Higgins. It's going to be 2nd and 11. Higgins splits to the right. It's, again, 4 wide receivers out of the shotgun. Snap to Milliken. He's looking to the right, and that pass is knocked down by Koa Farnsworth. He came in clean and had his hands up.
Yeah, I was noticing on that last play, they've been probing that left side in the flats, Dave, and Portland's reading that, and they're going to do a pick 6 on that. He keeps going out there. They were creeping up on that, and he's gone there at least 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are looking to jump the route. So now it's 3rd and 11 from the Bulldogs 49. Milliken back in the gun again. Again with Gabe Higgins to his left this time. 3 wide receivers, tight end to the left. He's looking to pass, swing pass out to Higgins, and it just went right through his hands. He saw it, but there's a penalty in the backfield. That could be roughing the passer.
Again, over-aggressive. They're going to throw these flags.
Yeah, that's Ben Trefethen in the backfield, and Tyler Blazewski also back there. So they got a little over-aggressive on that little flat pass and gave him another free 15 yards.
If it wasn't for the penalties, the Rams wouldn't be moving the ball.
Not at all. They've had only a handful of forward progress on this drive. So that gives the Rams a first down at the Bulldogs 35. Rams split 4 wide receivers out, single back in the backfield. Milliken takes the snap. He's looking right this time, going deep. He's got a man at the 5. No, he just overshoots Eli Bradford. So Jamal Mariba was beaten off the line, and Bradford was going deep, but he just missed him.
Yeah, he had him. It's just by a couple feet.
So that's now 2nd and 10 from the Bulldogs 35. Rams break the huddle. Again out of shotgun. 4 wide receivers split. Single back in the backfield. Rams are matched up, or Bulldogs are matched up man-to-man. That's a ball over the middle, incomplete to number 7, Dan Riker, covered in pretty well by Ben Levine there.
Zach Milliken throwing the ball well. He's getting it to his receivers. They're not hanging onto the ball or just out of reach, but he's got a quick delivery and he's getting it out there. He's got to have a quick delivery, Dave. They're going to be on him fairly quickly.
You're right. The rush is getting through that line pretty quickly and pretty regularly. So this brings up 3rd and 10, looking for the Bulldogs stop here. Again, 4 wide receivers. Again, the Dogs back in man-to-man defense. Motion left to right, or right to left. Handoff up the middle. Quarterback it's a handoff to Higgins, and he was swallowed in the backfield for a 1-yard loss, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. So Bangor's looking to the sideline, looking for a play. I'm thinking they're going to go for it here. They're in kind of Bulldog territory. I don't see the value in punting, honestly. So looking at 4th and 12 from the Bulldog 37. Plays being called in the huddle, and they are going to come out and go for it. We have 4 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 2 to the left, single back to the left of the quarterback, Milliken. Milliken takes the handoff, rolls to his left. He's pressure. There's a flag on the field. Before the snap, that could be a false start.
Yeah, they jumped on the left side.
So did the Bulldogs come, or did the Rams jump?
It was the Rams.
So it is a false start. That's going to back them up another 5. So this is going to make it 4th and quite a bit. 4th and 18. Now you might want to think about punting. This is a tough. Tough position now.
They've had nothing but negative yards unless they're counting on a Portland penalty to move them. But
yeah, they are coming back into their punt formation. Zach Copperthwaite back to punt. We have Ben Stasium, one of the leading punt returners, back for Portland. High kick. Bounces at about the 20 down to the 10. It's rolling down to the 5, and it's going to die at about the 5 or 6 yard line. Fantastic punt by Bangor. So we have 8:47 left in the first quarter. Dogs ahead 7-0. Portland takes over at their own 6-yard line. Nope under center. Elowich moving to his left. That's a handoff right up the middle to Trefethen. He picks up a couple down to the 10-yard line. They're looking to just try to get a little breathing room here and then try to go to work on the offense. So Nope is coming back in with Silo Magno. Ben Stasium comes out. Magno splits to the right. Tight end to the left. Single back with an H-back. Nope under center. There's the snap. Pitch over to the right. Running back out, that's Elowich, out to the 20-yard line. Picks up about 10 yards on that little burst, and that gives the Dogs a first down.
Yeah, great push by the Dogs on the right side, giving Elowich a good lane to go through. He missed that tackle. He had another 15, 20 yards, and he's got such great speed and power. It's going to be real difficult for the Rams to keep him contained, along with many other weapons that the Dogs come to the line with.
So Nope back under center. Elowich in the backfield. We get single wide receiver. Nope rolls out to his right. He's just going to keep it. He's up to the 25, 30, out to the 30, and he's going to be tackled by a bunch of Bangor players. First in there, number 32, Gabe Higgins. So that gives the Dogs another first down, out to about the 31-yard line.
Good option play on that. Stasium covered this time. Nope able to see that, tuck it under, and pick up another first down for the Bulldogs. They'll go back to that all day and see if they can open up Stasium again.
So we got single wide receiver, dual H-backs this time. Elowich in motion. He's looking for the pitch. They fake it, and it's to Trefethen up the middle, breaking tackles, carrying people out to about the 44-yard line. That's another 13-yard gain. They're picking it up in chunks now.
Yeah, another strong run by Trefethen. We know he's strong. He had a good game last week. Again, Coach Hartman spreading it out, giving different players options. Really, if you're the Rams, you can't key on one particular player because there's another one that's going to step up.
So we have 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 44-yard line. 2 wide receivers set to the left. Nope out of the gun. Takes the snap, looking to pass. He comes to the right, looking back, and ooh, that was almost intercepted by Bangor. Number 9 there, James Neal, their running back, jumped that route and almost had his hands on it.
Yeah, that's a big mistake by Neal. He wants that back. He had 6 points if he grabbed that right through his hands.
Got a little lucky there, so it's going to bring up a 2nd down from the Portland 44. 7:12 left in the first quarter. Silo Magno breaks to the right. I formation. Nope under center. Pitch to Elowich. Elowich cuts it up to the right side, breaks around the outside, breaks a tackle. He's down to the 40, stutter step down to the 30, dragging players all the way down to the Rams 24, 23-yard line. Looks like the ball may have come out at the end, but Elowich does recover.
Boom! Such a powerful run. The last 10 yards, Dave, he was dragging 3 or 4 players with him.
Yeah, but he was caught at the 30-yard line, and he just kept going. No one tackled low. Everyone was looking high to tackle him, and he's just too strong for that.
Yeah, but it's all for nothing.
There's a penalty on the field. It's back at the Portland side of the field, so that's probably going to be a hold. They're going to call a block in the back on Portland on that wide run, and that's going to be a big one for Portland. Again, the penalties are going to hurt them. So that's going to bring up 2nd and about 16 from the Bulldogs 38 now. Portland breaks out, 2 wide receivers, 3 wide receivers. They're going to bring out big Grant Jacobson in the slot. Nope, back to pass. He's got pressure. He's looking over the middle. He had a man open. That was again Ben Stasium. He was running free, but I think the pressure forced the throw inside a little bit.
Yeah, nope, just taking a hit before released. He had to get rid of that and then took a shot.
Just didn't have enough time to get the air underneath the ball to get it out there because Stasium was running free. Again, a couple yards deep of his defender. So that's going to bring up 3rd and long for the Dogs. Grant Jacobson splits to the right, where Silo Magno is going to Silo to the right, Jacobson to the left, 3 wide receivers, Nope back in the gun to pass. They're setting up the screen. They hit Trefethen. Trefethen at the 40, 45, 50, and he is gone. Running past everyone at the 10, the 5, touchdown. Ben Trefethen on the screen pass. That's going to go for 62 yards.
Beautifully executed screen pass by the Bulldogs. You could just see them suck in the whole line. They had the open field. They had blockers downfield. And, of course, the speed of Trefethen.
Yeah, it was that was beautifully played. The line hit their blocks real quick, let everybody through, and then all of a sudden, Trefethen had 4 blockers, a caravan going downfield. Christo Vumpa to look for the extra point. Snap is balls down, kick is up, and it is good again. So the Dogs take a 14-0 lead on a big play from Nope to Trefethen. 6:30 left, 14-0 Dogs. So Dogs take a 14-0 lead. Vumpa to kick off. Low line drive again. This one is to Bradford. Bradford takes it on the bounce at the 10, up to the 15-20. Cuts to his left, back up the middle, and he's met by Elowich at the 20-yard line and is being driven back. He won't go down, though.
Elowich just snapping on him right there at the 20-yard line and just driving those legs back.
did the same thing on offense when he was running that ball that was called back for a penalty. He drives through players.
He sure does, and he's not going to let up until he hears a whistle. Actually, it was kind of a late whistle. I'm surprised they let him drag him back 10 yards.
I agree that his forward progress was stopped. He was moving backwards, and I thought it was a very late whistle. So the Rams take over at their own 21-yard line. Milliken gets the play from the sideline. Again in shotgun, we've got 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. Milliken takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking across the middle on a slant pattern, and throws behind his intended receiver, Eli Bradford.
He's got Bradford. I mean, Milliken's got an arm. We've seen that. He's got a nice, strong arm. He's got to get the timing down. They are open.
Yep, these players are running open. He just has to take his time, understand that the pressure is going to get there, but if he can deliver a strike, these guys might be able to run after the ball. So this brings up second down from the Bangor 21-yard line. Again out of the gun, single back next to him, 3 wide. Tight end set to the top of the screen. Snap comes in. There's the handoff in the backfield, but there is nothing going. Nate Kapongo takes down Higgins for a big loss.
Yeah, the Bulldogs blitzing on that last play, and they're going to run stunts all night long, and this offensive line, and of course the quarterback is seeing that too. He doesn't want these guys coming in. He wants to get rid of that ball, but
yeah, that was a read option that really had no place to go.
No.
So that's a loss of about 4 on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 14. They're going to come out with 4 wide receivers, single back. Out of the gun is Milliken. Milliken takes the snap. He's looking right, he's looking left, dumps it off to his running back in the flat, but just drops the ball again. That's Gabe Higgins.
I don't know if that was a screenplay, Dave, developing. Was that? I mean, Portland's been rushing so hard right now. You don't know if they're just coming in or they're letting them come in.
Exactly.
But I didn't know if they were trying to run a screen on that.
I think he might have just been an emergency option in the flat.
Yeah.
And he wasn't going to go anywhere. The Dogs had that covered, even if he picks up another 5. So back to punt from his own 5-yard line. That might have been tipped. Ball is bouncing at the 50. Down to the 40. He gets a great roll. It's still rolling down to about the Bulldogs' 38-yard line. Significant punt to get him out of trouble.
Yeah, we're just not the type of punt where Ben Stasium likes to see, right? You get him in stride, grabbing that punt. He is tough to bring down once he gets the speed going.
Yeah, that bounced about 10 yards in front of him. He's not going to run up and try to catch that. He's just going to let it go.
And good coverage downfield by the Rams. These last couple pumps, they've had some people down there right on top of it.
All right, Dogs take over. We have a single wide to the left. Tight ends on both sides of the field. Nope under center. Nope looking. Handoff to Elowich off the right side. Running behind the line. He's still trying to fight forward, but maybe a yard there. I think that was Gabe Higgins again from his linebacker spot. Came up and got him. He's been all over the field. So that's a pickup of 1. 4:52 left in the first. Bulldogs leading 14-0. Line coming out. We have a single wide to the right. Dual tight ends. Single setback in the backfield right now. Elowich in motion. It's a pitch out to Elowich to the left side, cuts at the 40, and he's taken down hard at the 44-yard line, 43-yard line. That's number 21, Johnny Leone or Johnny Lyon. I'm not sure which way to pronounce that. I like Leone.
I'll go with Lyon.
All right.
Now, Lyon did a great job breaking through those blockers and stopping that short.
Yeah, Portland brought some blockers out there to the right or to the left, and he just fought through, nowhere to go.
I haven't seen Zeb Wilson tonight. I don't know if you have.
He's right on the. He might not be playing. I'm not sure. There's nope. Rolls to his left, fires long, and that is intercepted. That was overthrown. Intercepted by number 6 there. That's Eli Bradford. He's at the 40-yard line, and the Bulldogs take over.
Yeah, Bradford making a nice track on that, following it right from the release, going up and getting it. Nice interception right there.
Yeah, the ball was overthrown. There was some pressure in the backfield in Nope's face, so he released it, and when he did, it just sailed high. Rams take over at their own 42, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, 4 wide receivers, 3 to the top of the screen. Looking for the pass. Oh, just missed again on that slant route, Eli Bradford, and he was off to the races if he catches that.
He's got great speed. They're just not hanging on to the ball. That's a great play right through the middle, and he was gone. You're right, Dave. He got that. He was gone.
Yeah, there was nobody there. He was in stride, had already taken a nice inside release, beat his man off the ball. The ball was right on his hands, and he just ended up dropping it.
Milliken's got a nice snap on that.
He does. He's throwing it pretty hard. Nice tight spiral. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. Out of the gun, snap, looking for the quick pass, and another drop. This one was at the 45-yard line. Could have been a nice 5-6-yard pickup, but another drop by the Rams.
They must have watched the Patriots game last night. It must have rolled over from the Patriots.
I don't know. There was a couple big drops in that game too. A couple two went for interceptions. Another one on the sideline. I'm not sure what's going on. It's a nice crisp night. It's not cold. The field's not wet.
It's a beautiful night. 52 degrees. Nice fall night. Beautiful night for football.
Maybe they were watching some of the plays from last week where the Bulldogs were smacking people in the backfield. They were laying the wood last week, and they might be short-arming some of these. So we have a tight end set to the right, 3 wide receivers, back in the gun. Play action. There's the rush down the middle, and that's thrown over the middle, and it is, should have been intercepted. Is it intercepted?
It's intercepted.
It was intercepted. Ben Trefethen, I thought he had dropped it on the run, but he did catch that. That's at the 45-yard line for the Bulldogs. So what the Rams did, the Bulldogs did right back.
Yeah, Milliken under heavy pressure. I don't know what he was looking at. There was nothing but Bulldogs in the middle. Whether he's just trying to get rid of it and dump it, but Trefethen with a great shoestring catch right down right at his shoes.
So out of the gun, Trefethen in the backfield with Nope. 3 wide receivers. There's the handoff to Trefethen, and he has a huge hole up the left side, and he is gone again. Ben Trefethen, that is 44 yards on the ground, untouched. Bulldogs putting points on the board.
Huge hole. Trefethen with explosive speed gets in that backfield, and he is gone.
That left side of the line opened up a hole big enough for a truck to drive through, and he was untouched the entire way. Christo Vumpa looking for another extra point. He was a couple points back from the league lead in scoring. That's his 3rd of the night. Bulldogs take a commanding 21-0 lead with 3:25 left in the first. So Christo Vumpa to kick off. Again, he has now 3 extra points, which should put him in the lead for scoring. Ball is received at the 15-yard line, up to about the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and it's a foot race. Vumpa back to try to catch him, slows him down a little bit, everybody's back there. That was Silo Magno and Vumpa slowed him down, but a huge return for Eli Bradford. Puts the Rams in business on the Bulldog side of the field about the 30-yard line.
Great job in slowing him down. That's his role is to kick, and he did enough to slow him down so he can get some key players in there to.
Yeah, Vumpa is a freshman soccer player who has come over and lit it up for the Bulldogs in the kicking game, and he just got in the way enough to allow Silo Magno to come back and make the tackle.
That's incredible.
But he did what he needed to do. So the Rams are at the Portland 30-yard line out of the gun. Split to the right is a tight end. Interesting alignment. Looking for the snap. Single back. And it looks like the Rams are going to take a timeout. So we have 3:12 left in the first period, or first quarter. Rams are trailing the Dogs 21-0. So the Rams are at the 30-yard line. Milliken back to pass. That ball, his arm is tipped, and it's popped up in the air, and it just falls harmlessly to the ground. Cam Connolly was on it trying to get there, but he just didn't quite have the reach for that one.
Jonah Green in the backfield did a nice job grabbing him up and wrapping him down. Nice clean tackle, too. He came in on the blind side and just wrapped him up and rolled him down, but he could have hit him much harder, and he didn't.
So an out-of-town score that's important to the Dogs. They're battling with Oxford Hills to try to take for first place in the North. Currently in the second quarter, Bonnie Eagle leads Oxford Hills 8-0. That's good news for the for Dogs fans. So we go 4 wide, 3 to the top of the screen. Milliken out of the gun again. And that's Nate Kapungo walking across the line of scrimmage. That is the slowest offsides I have ever seen.
Yeah, one of those, oops, I might as well just keep going.
He just walked past the center, turned around, came back through the guard center gap, and walked back to his side of the field.
I think it was just, nothing to see here, and tried to sneak his way back. But unfortunately, these officials tonight were right on top of it.
They caught the 6'5", 280-pounder walking in the backfield.
Yeah, who would have thought?
So that's 2nd and 5 now for the Rams. Again, 4 wide receivers. Milliken out of the gun. Back straight drop pass. Looking for his running back. He picks it up and almost got tackled for a loss in the backfield. That's number 21, Johnny Lyon. And he rumbles forward for about maybe 4.5, 4 3/4. That's going to bring up 3rd and very short. That was a nice play in the backfield.
Yeah, great second effort by him to push forward and get some positive yards. Put a drive together for the Rams.
Couple substitutions for the Rams. They're bringing the plays in from the sideline again with the quarterback. Couple of very late substitutions. Bringing up 3rd and short. It's going to be at the 21-yard line. 2:19 left in the first quarter. Out of a power I. First time under center. Handoff in the backfield, powering forward. He's met at the line of scrimmage, but he should have enough for that first down. That was Gabe Higgins on the carry. Met by the left side of the defense. They're going to put the ball just shy of the 20, and that's going to bring up 4th down. I am a Dogs fan, but that looked like looked like a bad spot to me. He looked like he clearly had the 20-yard line on that.
Yeah, I think the coach is going to throw in the red beam.
Yeah, the challenge flag. So out of the I again. Higgins up front, leading the way. Milliken under center, looking to call a new play from the sideline. 2 wide receivers. There's the handoff to the right side, and he is stacked up again. That's James Neal on the run. He is going to be very close.
No, he's short.
They're going to spot it short of the 20-yard line. The Dogs hold. 2 inches to go runs that the Dogs hold up. They'll take over on their own 20-yard line. That could be a backbreaker for the Rams.
Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. We thought they had it.
They had a huge return, brought it way down into Dogs territory, and now they just couldn't get the run. Dogs coming out with 3 wide receivers. Jamal Mariba in the backfield. Straight drop to pass, looking up. He's got Tyler Lajewski at the 40-yard line, going down to his shoestrings to make that catch. That's a nice catch for the big boy.
What a catch. What a catch.
Big man went down and caught it at his feet. That's going to be good for about 20 yards and another Dogs first down.
Yeah, Nope doing a great job tonight, sitting back in the pocket, getting some good blocks, waiting for it to develop, lets it loose, and, let the players make the play.
So the Dogs are on their 40. They're starting another drive. They're going to come out with 2 wide receivers, or 3 wide receivers. Elowich now split to the left. Out of the gun is Nope. Nope fakes the handoff to Mariba, and he's going to try to call his own number up the middle on that read option, and he probably should have handed that one off because he got stuffed for a 3-yard loss there. Big number 63, Zeb Wilson. I'm going to have to say it's Zeb Wilson. He's listed as 62, but I think that's him right on the nose. He saw that play. He read that play, overwhelmed the middle of the Dogs line, and just came up.
Yeah, and they're going to run out of time. Coach Hartman, no hurry to put another score up before halftime.
So with 6 seconds left, I don't know if they're going to call a play. They're looking to do it. They do run a play. Here is Elowich to the left side. He breaks a tackle in the backfield, but only picks up to about the 41-yard line. So that's going to be a 3-yard gain for the Dogs. At the end of the first quarter, the Dogs in command, 21-0 over the Bangor Rams. 3rd down and 9 for the Bulldogs starting the second quarter. Nope out of the gun. Pressure coming in. He's rolling to his right. He's going to outrun the line. He's got some open field. He's down out of bounds about the 45-yard line, pushed out by Gabe Higgins. But that's going to be a 15, 16-yard pickup on what is 3rd and 10.
That's all Nope. That's all Sammy Nope right there. Speed. He took that edge and just saw the open field, tucked it, and went for it.
Yeah, Ezra Hammer Nagel was chasing him, but he's a big boy as a lineman, and he's not going to catch Nope.
No way. Not a lot of quarterbacks can do that. His speed allowed him to break that.
3 wide set out of the gun. Elowich in motion. They give him the handoff on a little jet sweep. He cuts right up the left side and powers his way down to about the 31-yard line. That's going to be a 12-yard pickup. That was a nice play that he didn't go wide. He stayed with his blocks and followed them right up the left side of that line.
Well, you could see him plant that foot when he saw that open lane, Dave, and just drove right through that lane and drove it up there for a good, 10, 15 yards?
Yeah, about 10, 15 yards. He was running behind Ben Levine over there and Darian Darling at the left tackle. I formation, Elowich deep. Nope under center. Handoff to Elowich. He goes off tackle again behind Darling and Levine, and he's going to pick up about 7-8 yards before he's pretty much gang tackled by the entire Rams defense. I don't think there was a single player that wasn't there.
He's not going to roll over for him. He's not going to roll over. He's going to keep going until he hears a whistle, until he drops.
So they're going to give him about 5 on that, 5 or 6, kind of in between. We got 2nd down and 4 for the Rams, for the Bulldogs. Elowich in the slot, 2 wide. Nope in the gun. Elowich again in that jet sweep. They fake it to him this time. Nope, looking deep, looking for Stasium on the little slant pattern, but he overthrew him again.
Yeah, and that was another pick. If it wasn't for Ben going up and breaking that up, that would have been another pick coming over the top.
Yeah, Nope threw that one a little bit high and hard.
Right, yeah, right at Bradford. Bradford saw another pick, and Stasium was able to break it up.
So 3rd and 4 from the Rams' 24-yard line. Nope under center. Grant Jacobson as the back. Elowich in motion. Pitch to Elowich to the right side. He cuts up field. He's met by number 6. That's Eli Bradford, but he carries him forward, and that's going to be enough for a first down. He picked up about 7-8 yards.
Bradford coming up, squaring up, putting his shoulder pads on him. But Elowich just driving him down the field.
Yeah, it was a clean tackle, and that was just power versus power, and Elowich easily won that battle. So the Bulldogs keep marching. They're at the 19-yard line. Silo Magno split left. Grant Jacobson again in the backfield. Nope under center. Elowich in motion. They fake the pitch to him. It's Grant Jacobson, and he's just a big body that's trying to go somewhere, and that big body didn't go anywhere. That's number 39, Lucas Burt with the tackle. That's no gain on that play. Trying something a little different, trying to see if they can get some other people involved. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs at the 18-19 yard line. 9:35 left to go in the second quarter. Bulldogs split 3 wide this time, 2 to the right, 1 to the left, out of the gun. Nope, straight drop back, looking to pass. He takes it up the middle, big hole up the middle. He calls his own number, and he's down to about the 7 yard line. That's going to be just enough for another Bulldogs first down. He didn't see anything he liked, and he just took off.
Yeah, tempting opening up in the middle. He dropped back and saw that opening and knew that he could get at least 10 yards out of it. Lowered his shoulder and drove forward.
Yeah, it was nice. It was almost like it parted, like either it was meant to be blocked that way, so it was a draw, or the rush came from the outside trying to keep him in the pocket because of all of those rollouts that he does. So we're 1st and goal from the 9 yard line. Underneath center, power I. There's a handoff to Mariba on a counter. He breaks a tackle at the 5, and he's in for a touchdown. Unique little play there.
I know.
Everyone went left, and Mariba came right across the formation right.
Well, he could smell the end zone. That second effort, he wanted that end zone. He doesn't get many opportunities to get that ball into the end zone. And so great second effort by Mariba.
That was great. Again, blocking by the line. They stayed with their blocks. They pushed them back because Mariba was right on the line, and if anyone got pushed back, they were going to be in trouble. Here's Vumpa again to kick, and that's his 4th of the night, putting the Bulldogs up 28-0. 8:47 left in the second quarter. Vumpa to kick off from the 40, and that's going to be offsides on the Dogs. The left side of the line was just a little aggressive coming down. So that's going to back them up 5, put it on the 35-yard line. Yeah, like you were saying just off air here, this is looking to be a dress rehearsal for next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Portland's just doing a great job running, throwing the ball right now, but you're seeing discipline in plays, the screen play, this last play on the goal line, the line moving in formation and hitting their blocks. Just seeing a lot of discipline, which will tighten them up and only get better when they face Oxford Hills, which is going to give them a much more challenge than what the Rams are doing right now.
Exactly. Oxford Hills is a very good team. Vumpa to kick off from now the 35-yard line. He pits a low line drive that's going to bounce at about the 30 and roll out of bounds at the 25. That's going to be a penalty and bring the ball back up to good field position for the Rams. All right, so instead of taking the ball out of bounds, the Rams had decided to push the Dogs further back. That's another 5-yard penalty. And Vumpa's going to kick once again now, this time from the 30-yard line. So 2 consecutive penalties on the kick. They're hoping that they're going to get the team a little tired. And you saw what happened on the last run back.
Yeah, they get some speed. They get some speed out back. They're hoping they can catch it on the run.
Better kick this time. Taken at the 20, up to the 30, staying on the left side to the 40. He breaks down the sideline, out of bounds, pushed out of bounds at the 50-yard line, about midfield. That's again Eli Bradford. That has been their offense so far. So they're going to rule Bradford out at we're waiting for it. Flags are walking around on the sideline. They're going to put it down at about the 47-yard line of Bangor. Again, still a very good return, very solid return for Bradford.
And that's why they wanted the Dogs to kick it, to get Bradford, get the ball in their hands and get him running downhill.
So 2 wide to the right. Again, out of the gun. There's an option play, a straight option play. He takes the ball deep in the backfield. That's Bradford again, and he picks up a couple driven out of bounds at the, let's call it the 49-yard line, gain of about 2. They ran that to the short side of the field, so he really didn't have a lot of room to operate over there.
Yeah, I couldn't see, Dave, who laid the hit on him, but he got stood up and stopped immediately.
So out of the gun again, Higgins in the backfield. Bradford moves in motion behind. They're going to hand off straight up the gut to Higgins, and he runs into a pile of Bulldogs. On the bottom of that one is number 51, Obed Nutumba. Another gain of 2.
I think it was Nutumba on the last play, Dave, that put a lick on him.
Yeah, he's been playing very well over these last couple of weeks for the Dogs. He's come in and really stepped up and is giving that defense an extra little boost. So we've got 3 wide. Again, Bradford in motion in the backfield. Back to pass. He's looking. He catches in the flat. That's 85, Cole Jordan, a backup tight end. And he's going to go for about 5 yards, and it's going to be just enough for a first down.
Rams do a good job picking up the Portland blitz on that one and giving Bradford just another couple seconds to find his receiver.
So that was a nice play. They ran 2 wide receivers off the left side, coming to the right, and he just ran underneath all the coverage. Rams first and 10 from the Bulldogs 42. Bradford again in motion underneath Milliken this time. They're going to hand it to Bradford. He's met in the backfield on the left side. I couldn't see who the Dogs who slowed him down, but then kind of everyone got in on that play. Maybe it was Zach Elowich on the bottom of the tackle, but I couldn't see who jumped into the backfield who really forced that play up.
Yeah, I think it was Cameron Conley.
Yeah, Cam had a big touchdown return last week on a fumble. He's a little undersized, but he's playing the nose because he's very quick. He's looking to shoot gaps, and that time he did. So 3 wide with a tight end to the left. Milliken out of the gun, straight drop, looking over the middle. He catches a man in stride at the 30, at the 20, cuts outside to the 10, down to the 5-yard line, drop down by Jamal Mariba. And he's a little bit slow to get up. Jamal ended up on top of him. That's Eli Bradford. Again, this kid is their offense right now.
Yeah, Bradford doing a cross pattern, and we've seen this throughout the whole game. He's just dropped a couple. They couldn't get the ball to him, and they connected with this particular play, and they'd be doing this all night long if he caught a couple and he'd get the pass to him. He's got that explosive speed. But he's getting up a little slow. He's been taking a lot of hits on both sides of the ball.
He ran that one nice. It looked like he got kind of twisted at the end of that play. He had to come off the field. 6:14 in this to go in the second quarter. 3 wide. Milliken out of the gun. Straight drop. Lobs a fade pattern over to the right side, but there was nothing doing there. Ben Stasium on the coverage.
Yeah, Bradford feeling the pressure from Jonah Green, who's been on him all night long.
So we have 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line. Zach Milliken getting the play from the sideline, coming back to the huddle. The Dogs are sticking with their man-to-man. Number 1, Tristan Stewart out to the right. They're going to split also to the left. 3 wide receiver out of the gun. Bulldogs drop out of blitz, but the line gets in there anyway. And Milliken goes down underneath Nate Kapongo, the leading sacker in Class A North. He's going to be dropped at about the 14-yard line. That's a huge loss.
Yeah, great pressure by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, they actually they backed out of that blitz, too.
Yeah.
So that's going to be Nate Kapongo's 9th sack so far this year. Going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 14. Milliken back to pass. He's got a man in the corner, but that's knocked away by Stasium. Good recovery by Stasium on that.
Yeah, man coverage, Stasium all over him, just turns around, gets the ball, able to get a hand up and knock it out of the reach.
Yeah, he did a smart thing and knocked it out of bounds. So Bangor is setting up now for a field goal. This is going to be a 31-yard attempt. So this is number 80, Carson Markovic. And they're going to call timeout Bangor. So with 5:36 left to go in the second quarter, we have the Dogs in command 28-0. Here we go. We're setting up for a 31-yard kick. This is Carson Markovic, a lineman. Kick is up, and it is just a little short. That was right on line for him. Good hold, good snap, good kick, just didn't quite have the leg. So the Dogs are going to take over at their own 21-yard line with 5:31 left to go. All right, here we go.
Coach, put me in.
Out of the eye, nope under center. He's going to keep it on a handoff. He's rolling to the left. He's going to look deep. He has Stasium coming back for the ball, and he drops the ball at the 50-yard line. The ball was underthrown. He came back clean, and it hit him in the hands.
It's the drop ball fever going around.
Yeah, something's happening out there. I mean, it's a nice, dry, crisp night. There shouldn't be any moisture on anything.
You know what it is? I was talking to his father, Mark, earlier, and Ben went down to the Patriots game last night, so he probably caught something from their receivers.
Yes, there has been something going around. Nope out of the eye again. Grant Jacobson as the fullback. Elowich as the tailback. They're going to pitch to Elowich. He's coming to the left, picks up a block at the 25, the 30, cuts back underneath, and he's cut down at the 37, 38-yard line of the Dogs. That's a good 17-yard pickup for Elowich.
Elowich just doing a great job and just seeing it all develop in front of him and able to move left and right and make that happen. He's got a lot of defenders all over him, but he's able to just see that open lane and drive forward. It's really amazing to see it up here from our position.
So the Dogs come out with 3 wide receivers. Nope back to pass. Under pressure, rolls to his left. He's at the 30, still looking downfield, throws it up the sideline, catches Stasium at the 50, and he's being dragged down by a host of Rams, but he did pick up 13 yards and a first down. Good job by Nope to keep his eyes upfield.
Under pressure, stayed in the pocket, rolled outside, kept looking, and Stasium coming back, seeing that his quarterback was in trouble and able to come back and make a play out of it, enough for a first down.
Right, smart play by both players to recognize the situation and keep that play alive. Dogs at midfield. Out of the shotgun, Grant Jacobson set to the right of Nope this time. 3 wide to the right. Straight drop. He's going to keep it. Oh, he's going to be wrapped up for a sack in the backfield by that's going to be Zach Copperthwaite, but I think they might get him for a face mask. No, it's going to be holding on the Dogs. He went down pretty quick, but again, Copperthwaite is a big kid, so might have been a clean. It was a clean tackle from our vantage point. I didn't think there was a face mask, but that's what I saw. That's what I guess the flag was.
You know, me too. The way he dropped and turned real fast, I thought it was going to be a face mask also.
Oh, there are offsetting penalties, so it's a hold on Portland, and it was a face mask on Copperthwaite. So those are going to offset a whole lot of nothing right there, and the Dogs continue 1st and 10 from the 50.
It's very rare that we're both right.
Yeah. Out of the gun. Nope, takes the low snap, drops way back, looking to set up that screen again. Here's Trefethan on the left side, right side with a ton of blocking, and he's all the way down to the 20. That's a 30-yard pickup. They had 3 big men out there. That's Koa Farnsworth leading the charge, along with Henry Mandeville and Jonah Green. All 3 of them picked up big blocks downfield.
Such an explosive play. We knew they would come back to this, the way it developed the first time, and here we go.
Dogs marching again. They take over they're at the 21-yard line of the Rams. They're in a big power formation now with 2 fullbacks. They're going to give it to Zach behind the 2 fullbacks. He blasts through the line. He's down to the 5-yard line. Tackled there by number 10, Nick Fournier. And also number 9, James Neal. But that's not before he picks up another 15 yards and a first down.
Elowitz just shredding tacklers. He must have shredded, 5 tacklers on that last play. He looks like Joe Esposito. Remember Joe Esposito shredding them that way?
Again, out of the power formation, 2 fullbacks, Elowitz deep. They're going to run the same play to the left side. He cuts back to the left, cuts back to the right, and he is in virtually untouched for the 4th score today for the Dogs. That time they ran the same exact play they did to the right. They ran it to the left. Give those big offensive linemen on the left side some credit. That's Ben Levine over there. He's playing guard this week instead of fullback. And you've got the tackle is, who's the tackle? I'm blanking on his name. We'll get it in a second. So the kick is up and good again, 35-0. The Bulldogs are in firm control. So Vumpa again, that's 5 extra points for him. He remains perfect on the year. Dogs to kick off from the 40, leading 35-0 with 3:35 left in the second quarter. Caught on the 15, up to the 30, where he's met by a bunch of Dogs. That's Ben Trefethan on the bottom of that pile. Grant Jacobson also out there.
It looks like we get a player down, Dave.
He's a little slow to get up. That is Eli Bradford. He was shaken up earlier on the long catch and run on the slant pattern down earlier, and he is slow to get up. So while the trainers go out and tend to him, we will take a break. 3:27 left in the second quarter. 1st and 10, Bangor from their own 32-yard line. Motion man left to right, looking to pass. Hits the pass at the 40 or 35-yard line. That's going to be a short 3-yard pickup. I believe that was Dan Riker. Tackled by Ben Levine on that play. Only a short gain. So that's going to be 2nd and 7. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter. Motion man again, left to right. High snap this time, corralled, looking for that crossing pattern, but it's broken up again by Ben Stasium. He was looking this time for Tristan Stewart. So Milliken continues to try to throw the ball. There hasn't been much of a running game from the Rams today.
Now that front line for the Bulldogs is just shutting them down. They have limited options. The only one that's really the playmaker for him is Bradford, and he has taken a lot of hits on both sides of the ball. And we're seeing it now. He's slow getting up. I don't think he's in right now, Dave.
No, I think he's still on the sideline trying to get tended to.
Yeah, he's their playmaker.
So Milliken out of the gun. We have Gabe Higgins set to his left. Again, a motion man. This time they try the jet sweep. It's a fumble on the ground. They're rolling around. It's still loose. Big Nate Capongo picks it up at the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Nate Capongo picks up the loose ball, and the route is on.
I got to believe that's his first touchdown of the year.
He had a kick return earlier in the year that was the highlight of his life. I think that has been that's been overtaken by this. A 15-yard fumble return by Nate Capongo. The Dogs are up 41-0, looking to put the 42nd point on the board. Chris Novumpa again out there. He's going to be getting tired. Snap, perfect, kick up, and it is good yet again. 42-0 in the second quarter. Dogs are rolling. So Chris Novumpa to kick yet again. 2:31 left in the first half. There's a line drive deep. Upman kicks it, picks it up at the 25, 30, 35, 34-yard line. That's number 71, Jaden Smith. He's a lineman. He's a backup lineman. He took that ball and ran.
Yeah, not bad. Well, we had a lineman kicking a field goal.
Lineman kicking a field goal. Big man takes the ball. Like it. So they're going to take the ball at the 32-yard line, their own 32. Number 56, Darian Darling, coming on late to the field, subbing in for Tyler Blajewski. Bangor splits 4 wide, 2 to each side, out of the gun. Milliken looking back, looking to the right side, throws a little bit wide that time to number 7, Dan Riker. There was some shadow coverage underneath, and even if he caught that, he wasn't going to go very far.
No, Stacey had a good beat on him. Read it well.
So we have 2nd and 10 late in the first half. Dogs fully in command here. Bangor comes to the line again. Out of the shotgun is Milliken. Single back to his right. Man in motion coming left to right underneath. He's looking for that. He picks it up. That's Riker again. Breaks a tackle. He's still going, and he's down to about the 39-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup. I'm sorry, that's Nick Fournier who caught that ball. So a decent gain on 2nd and 10. Puts it at 3rd and manageable for them. They don't want to give the Dogs the ball back here at the end of the half. They want to pick up this first down and try to run out the rest of this clock. 3 wide. Milliken out of the gun. Takes the snap, looking over the middle, and it is picked off and fumbled. Ball is scooped up by Trefethen. Trefethen running down the sideline, and he is going to score. So the ball was intercepted by Grant Jacobson. He fumbles. Trefethen picks up the ball, and he rumbles down the sideline, and that's going to go for a 39-yard fumble return.
Everything is just going Bulldog way this evening. The Rams can't get a break.
Yeah, he just threw that ball over the middle, and Jacobson caught it. He took like 2 steps, and it was knocked right out of his hands. Great defensive play by the offense, and then that ball just bounced wide, and Trefethen picked it up. It's now 48-0. Vumpa again looking for his 7th extra point tonight. And what else is new? It's good. So with 1:24 left in the first half, Bulldogs 49, Rams nothing. So Vumpa again to kick. This is going to be his 8th kickoff of the day. Here's a short kick. Again, up back is number 71, Jaden Smith. And he's back out to the 31-yard line this time. So big man's touched the ball twice.
And I think he's okay with it. I think he wants it.
I think he wants the ball too. He could have a new career. Change positions from an offensive lineman, give him a nice low 20s jersey, and let the man rumble.
So you're up 49 before the half. What do you do? What do you start gearing it back? What do you obviously injuries on your mind. You don't want to go into next week with any injury.
Absolutely, you want to try to. I think this is the time when you start working some of those JV second stringers in. You don't pressure. You send the straight 4-man rush every time. Just play a zone defense. Let them. And just make the tackles. And again, that is a big tackle. Ben Trefethan in the backfield, not fooled on the play. That was Nick Fournier trying to do something with that kind of little reverse handoff, and he's dropped for about a 5-yard loss.
Yeah, Trefethan having another game, just like last week. And the Bulldogs are just teeing off right now.
Yeah, that wasn't even really a blitz. They sent their 4 men. He was responsible for the running back and followed him into the backfield and just made the tackle. So 36 seconds to go in the first half. Bangor comes slowly to the line. 4 wide receivers. Milliken in the gun again. Switching his running back from right to left. Back to pass, looking deep, lofts it up, and that is going to be short and almost intercepted by Ben Stasium.
Yeah, Stasium grabbed that. He had one defender to beat, and he was in the end zone.
Yeah, it was just a little bit short of him. He tried to run up and grab it, just couldn't. So that's going to be now 3rd and 15 from the 27-yard line, 15.9 seconds to go. If I'm Bangor, I'm running this ball or even just taking a knee. Let the 15, 16 seconds run out. The last 2 plays were one was caught in the backfield, one was almost another pick. I'm not doing anything. I'm just going to the half right now. Handoff up the middle. That's going to be Gabe Higgins. He's wrapped up for a 1-yard gain, and that will mercifully bring the first half to the end. So, after half the game, the Dogs have put up 49 points. We'll be right back. All right, set to start the second half here. Dave Levine along with John Kilbride. Luke Hill on camera. Bangor set to kick. Kick is up and away. Good long high kick. Taken at the 20. Up to the 30, 40. And he is brought down at the 40-yard line. That was... Not sure who that was.
Aiden DeMillo?
Aiden DeMillo. He is the JV starting running back. He's had a couple plays for the Dogs at the end of games, and he runs hard. He runs fast. Nice to see some different players in there.
Yeah, it looks like they got the second team in there, and obviously we got a running clock with a 49-point lead.
So you're going to have to excuse us a little bit. We're into the JV team now, so we're going to call some different names that we don't normally call.
I'm not leaving without one. Not really leaving without one.
So this is Aiden DeMillo under center. He's going to take the snap. Looking to pitch. Pitches to the right. That is going to be Jamal Mariba, who is wrapped up for no gain on the right side. So they're subbing a lot of players in. It looks like it's a full second string line. Jamal does play a little bit with the varsity, so he's out there. But they're running. The Dogs are going to run a full second string. So it's Aiden DeMillo taking over now. Sam Nope had a very effective game. He threw for 199 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ben Trefethen had 3 touchdowns, 2 receiving. He had well over 100 yards receiving. He had also that fumble recovery. So DeMillo under center. You have I formation behind him. You're going to take the snap. That's going to be Jamal again. Jamal Mariba, and again, he's met in the backfield. That's going to be number 56, Dennis Stewart, in on the tackle. Loss of 1 on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
You know, you hate to see a big point spread like this, but it's also good to see the younger players and what's coming up through and give them an opportunity underneath the lights. And
exactly, this gets those starters out, gets them a little bit of rest, gets the second string up there, and that's going to be important later in the year, especially if injuries start to creep in. All these kids will get a chance to play. They'll get a chance to feel what it's like to play under the lights. Big time game. It's varsity. They don't usually get this opportunity, but when you're up 49-0, you have the ability to do something like this. So again, out of the eye, DeMillo under center. There's going to be a pitch to Mariba off the right side. He breaks a tackle and is pushed out of bounds. No, he stays inbounds, and he's still fighting for yards. He's up to about the 50-yard line. That's going to be about a 10-yard pickup for Mariba.
Great speed on Mariba on the outside, and you know, when you're looking at these young players, you're looking for key things. And second and third effort by Mariba, he's not going to the ground easy. He's driving forward and keeping those legs going.
So this is going to be 4th and 2 from midfield. The Dogs are lining up to go for it. They're going to come back out of the eye. Single wide receiver down to the bottom of the screen. Out of the eye again. Mariba in the backfield. DeMillo pitches to Mariba. He picks up a block, cuts inside, but nothing doing right there. He was wrapped up by number 39 from Bangor. That's Lucas Bard. That's his second play in the backfield that he's made. So the Dogs are going to turn it over on downs.
It looks like Bangor looks like they're keeping their offense in.
I think Bangor is going to keep their starters in. I think they want to try to get a couple drives,
sure,
get them feeling good, get them going again. On the defensive side for Portland, I don't see any normal starters out there. So defense is going to be completely JV. Bangor with the ball, 1st and 10 from the Bulldogs' 47-yard line. Coach Hartman out talking to the ref, trying to clear something up. So that's number 6, Eli Bradford, coming back off the field. He's been replaced by James Fahey. Another substitution for the Bulldogs to match up.
And I think that's what they're doing right now, Dave, is matching the players up.
Yeah, Darian Darling coming off the field. So there was one starter on the field, Darian. He came off the field, and they looked like they substituted a smaller defensive back. There's still a discussion going on out there. Refs are going back and forth. Hartman's still talking to the refs.
And I think that's what it is. They're just trying to match players up. Coach Hartman's not going to let this game get out of control and let Bangor run down and put 2 or 3 scores up.
No, they're definitely going to want to. He wants this to be a competitive game. So Milliken out of the shotgun. They're looking 4 wide, straight drop back. There's that slant pattern again. Good, clean tackle that's Aiden DeMillo. The catch was made. It was incomplete, though. Aiden's hit knocked that ball out. That was beautiful.
Oh, great hit by DeMillo coming up and delivering that.
He read the play nicely. Henry Mandeville moving off the field a little bit slowly. Darian Darling coming back onto defense. Darian's actually set as a linebacker. So they come back, Bangor comes back out, 4 wide, straight drop back, looking in the flat. That's a backwards pass. That's a live ball. Bangor scoops it up. He's coming way back in the backfield, and he's going to be tackled for a huge loss. That was number 1, Tristan Stewart, trying to make a play, but on the backwards pass, Patrick Green got in the backfield, played to the whistle, made a nice tackle, and that's going to be a 19-yard loss.
Yeah, great job by the Bulldogs. Just not standing around, moving to the ball, keeping active until that whistle is blown. A lot of things going on in that. Real bizarre playing out, but
yeah, that was a backwards pass. So we could see it from up here. So it was a live ball. First one to recognize it was Bangor. They got on it,
yep.
but unfortunately they were just running the wrong way. Again, 4 wide, high snap to Mandeville. He's looking deep down the right sideline, and that is going to be picked off at the 35-yard line by, that's number 4, Silo Magno. So Silo is a sometime starter. He's that nickel cornerback for the varsity team, and he made a nice play on the ball there.
Real impressive, the second string defense. They're hitting hard. They're moving to the ball. They're playing smart football. Silo was watching that right from release. He was keying in on it and made a great pick on it.
Yep, they're bringing it looks like they're bringing some of the offensive starters back onto the field here. Maybe they're going to bring that offensive line out to give Aiden a little bit of a protection against the full Bangor front. Cam Connolly coming in now on offense.
And that's what they're doing. They're spending a little extra time and getting the matchups, like you said earlier, to make it competitive.
Joe Pike coming back out. So there's a timeout on the field with 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bulldogs up 49-0. So Portland, after the timeout, looks like they brought out a couple offensive starters on the line to help out a little bit. DeMillo still under center, Mariba deep in the backfield. There's the handoff to Mariba, and he comes off the right side. There's the line, and Mariba takes off down to the 40-yard line. That's going to be a big pickup for him. That's about 23 yards. Again, that offensive line does its work.
Yeah, great push. I love to see the substitutions. I love to see the younger players get some reps, and I'm real impressed with them. I'm real impressed with, they're paying attention to the first team, picking up on what they're doing. Some good coaching going on out there. They're small in stature, but they're doing a solid job.
Yep. Ryan Porter, a freshman, checks in. He's going to be split out to the right. Out of the eye, Aiden DeMillo under center. There's a handoff to Mariba. He comes right up the gut, and he is going to pound forward for about 8 yards. So the offensive line doing the work again, and it allows these younger players some reps and take some of the pressure off the running backs and the quarterback to actually have to make a hurried play.
Yeah, absolutely. Nothing's blowing up on the line. Positive yards. They're doing a nice job, and again, the coaches right now with this, the game is done. They're just trying to develop these kids, and I don't think they want to run the score up, but they definitely want to give these kids a nice opportunity.
No, and the Portland Bulldogs actually have their entire starting line out there. Cam Connolly is in at tight end. DeMillo under center. He's going to roll out behind the blocking of Mariba. He cuts back upfield, and he is going to be wrapped up by number 2. That's Oh boy, Kevin Cockermusler. Sorry if that's not how you pronounce it. Cockgore-Musler.
All right, we'll leave it at that.
We're going to leave it at that.
We'll call
He's a
him
senior.
Kevin.
We're going to call him Kevin. Kevin made a nice play there.
I would call him Kevin.
After a short gain, there is a flag on the field. So Kevin is a defensive back senior for the Rams. And this one is going to be marked back. That's an illegal block in the back by Portland. So that's going to push them back to looking at about 2nd and 12 now. Back to the 42-yard line. A couple more substitutions in and out for the team in blue. So they'll come back to the line. This time they're going to split 3 wide. 2 to the bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. We're out of the gun for DeMillo. And it's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he is thrown to the ground by number 72, Alex Sewell. The ball came out, but they're going to rule him down at the 44-yard line. That's going to be a loss of a couple. So we're talking 3rd and 14 for the Bulldogs. Again, more substitutions. Nice to see by Coach Hartman. Getting some players in and out, getting them playing with some different people so they're familiar with other people. So we're going to run out of the I. Jamal Mariba deep in the backfield. DeMillo under center. He'll take the snap. It's going to be off to Mariba off the left side, and he is tackled after a short 3-yard gain. That's Alex Sewell again on the bottom of that pile, and that's going to bring up 4th down and 11 for the Bulldogs. And that is going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter with the Bulldogs still in command, 49-0. So Portland is lining up to go for it on 4th and 12. DeMillo under center. He's going to fade back, play action. Looking downfield, he's got a man just missed that just a little bit over the head. That's Cam Connolly going deep. So that's the Bulldogs' nose tackle running a fly pattern down the sideline. Cam Connolly is a sprinter. He runs track for the Bulldogs in the off season here. So he is fast. They put him at the nose not because he's big and strong, but because he wants to shoot those gaps. So Bulldogs give up the ball on downs. It's going to be Bangor's ball, 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden DeMillo doing a nice job, throwing that 30 yards down the field. Had him in stride, just off a couple feet.
Yep.
Real impressed. Not a big kid, but real impressed with what he's doing out there right now.
Yep. So Bangor is going to take a timeout with 11:08 left in the game. Bulldogs in command. Bangor ball at their own 42-yard line. New quarterback in. That is number 16. Oh, they're looking for a pass on the... I'm trying to do 2 things at once here. Don't have a spotter. That was complete off to the right side to Dan Riker for about a 6-yard gain. Your new quarterback is Max Clark. He's a freshman.
Yeah, Clark threw a nice dart right to Riker right there for a pickup 7.
So Max Clark listed as a freshman. He looks like he's a big kid, tall, not overly muscular, but he's a tall kid. Big arm, it looks like. So he's coming out of the gun. You got number 2 in the backfield. That's Kevin. There's a handoff up the middle, and he is met by Darian Darling. Nothing doing on the run up the middle.
Yeah, nice shoot through the gap by Darian. Started to develop, wrapped him right up. took them for a loss of 1.
So we're at, this is going to be about 3rd and 5 from the Bangor 46-yard line. Running time here in the second half with the Dogs up over 35 points. So there's 9:44 left here. Bangor comes out 4 wide, single back next to the quarterback, out of the gun. Rolling to the right, that's a new quarterback this time. This is number 17, Colton Trish. And he takes a nice little run down the sideline. That's a 15-yard pickup before he's pushed out of bounds.
Rams got a lot of quarterbacks, don't they?
They do. Colton Trish is another freshman. So they've got Clark and Trish as true freshmen. You got Milliken, who's a senior, so he's going to be graduating next year. And they even have Eli Bradford, who was their wide receiver, running back, their offense basically in the first half before he got hurt. He was listed as a quarterback too. So they've got a bunch of them on this squad. The future could be bright for this team.
Oh, absolutely. They got a nice young team to build from.
Yeah, Portland is very senior heavy. They have a lot of seniors on this team. So this team this year is going to be their push. Next year they're going to be falling back a little bit.
And if you look at the sidelines, they got a lot of players over there compared to Portland.
So this is Trish in the backfield. He hands it off. That's number 2. Coming out the right side is Kevin. And Kevin was wrapped up for a 3-yard gain. It should have probably gone for a lot more.
Yeah, Patrick Green did a nice job shooting the gap, but he, just over pursuit, and he was able to get by him.
So that's only a 3-yard pickup from what could have been a lot more. So that's Kevin Cockgormusler.
Stick with Kevin, Dave.
I'm sticking with Kevin. Boy.
This will be your last game.
There's the snap out of the gun. Pass over the middle, and that is caught. That's Scott Fahey. That's a nice 10-yard pickup. That was a dart right there from Max Clark.
Yeah, Fahey did a nice job going up and grabbing that. Great catch.
So Bangor moving the ball here with 7.5 minutes left in the game. They're going to have 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Again, complete JV defense for the Bulldogs. A mix of players for the Rams. We got Max Clark in the backfield. He's going to be the quarterback this time. There's 4 wide with a single back next to him to his right. There's the handoff up the middle, and he is met at the line of scrimmage. Big tackle by number 48, Heroes. Lunge wire. So Heroes, another JV player, but he's been on this team for a while. He's a junior. He made a nice stick there on the tackle, gain of 1.
Yeah, Heroes 5'5", 176, putting it to use and holding them short.
Yeah, he's low to the ground. He's stout, but he's a strong kid. There's a rollout to the right. Quarterback coming through the right side. He makes a cut to the inside and just picks up a first down. That looks like it's going to be good for 11. That's going to be Colton Trish on the keeper. So Rams substituting back and forth at quarterback between Trish and Clark. Brings up a first down at the 15-yard line. Just over 6 minutes to go in the game. Bangor threatening to put some points on the board. So Trish bringing the play back in from the sideline. Bangor breaks the huddle. Cabron steams in the backfield. He gets the handoff up the middle, breaks outside. He's going to be brought down at the 5-yard line by number 41. That's Patrick Green again. We've been calling his name quite a bit.
Yeah, Green coming from the other side of the field. Good pursuit. He didn't give up on him and stayed with it and was able to save a touchdown.
So that's another freshman running back. Bangor doing it with the freshman right now. That's Caben Streams is a freshman running back and defensive back.
Just giving a lot of kids opportunities, which is what you want to see.
So we got Clark back in at quarterback. Streams next to him, 4 wide at the 4-yard line. Pass over the middle, wide open. Oh, and it's off his hands, and he is upset. That's number 20, wide open. That's Monike. He's another freshman. So these are all freshmen, and he got wide open behind the defense, and the ball was right on target. Another drop for Bangor. That's a tough one right there.
Yeah, great strong throw. Just went through his hands, off his helmet, wide open. They're probably going to go back to that.
Yeah, Monike is upset with himself for that play, but he ran a great route, and I think Varsity time in the end zone, wide open. I think he just got the butterflies, and he thought too much. So we have a penalty flag on the field as Bangor was coming to the line. No indication yet from the referee. That's going to be on Bangor. That's going to be a false start. So they're going to back them up to the 10-yard line, and it's going to be 3rd and goal from the 10. I'm sorry, it's 3rd and 6 from the 10-yard line, so Bangor can get a first down here. So Max Clark in at quarterback this time. That's number 3, Joey Morrison to his right. Back to pass. Looking to the right. He has a man wide open. Throws it a little behind him, but makes a nice adjustment to catch the ball. That's James Fahey again, or Fahey. He should be just enough to pick up the first down there. So on a misthrown ball, he makes the adjustment and makes a nice catch.
Yeah, Faye does a good job going back and getting that and keeping the drive alive.
So first down and goal from the 3-yard line. Bangor subbing in again. That was a nice pass. They're moving the ball well with the freshman. Couple more substitutions. Some of the big boys up front. So this is Max Clark still in at quarterback. Next to him is Joey Morrison. Out of the shotgun, 3 wide to the left side. And that's going to be another false start on Bangor. Young kids, threatening. They're getting a little antsy, I think.
No, they're putting this one on Portland, Dave. I think Portland caused them to draw.
Oh, so if Portland jumped offside, that's a half-yard penalty. Maybe trying to guess the snap for some of the younger players. Brings it closer. Now it's going to be 1st and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. Clark in the backfield with Morrison to his right. Little confusion with the wide receivers, but they're going to set 3 to the left. Out of the gun, straight snap back, looking to the right, cuts in front, and that ball is knocked down, but it's going to be called pass interference. That's going to be Aiden DeMillo jumping the route a little bit.
Yeah.
So the refs are going to call timeout. They're going to stop the clock here with 1:18 to go on pass interference by Portland. That's going to be a half-yard penalty, essentially. So it's a good penalty by DeMillo, not to give up the touchdown. He knew the penalty, if the penalty is not going to do anything, it was first down anyway. So it's still 1st and goal from this time at the 1. So the refs have stopped the clock with 1:18 to go. They'll wind the clock on the snap. They send out 2 wide receivers to each side. Clark in the backfield. Bobbled the snap. Handoff in the backfield. That's going to be Morrison. He was tackled in the backfield after a bobbled snap. And that's Joseph Pike coming in.
Yeah, Pike did a nice job. tying them up in the back. They were actually, it would have been worse. They were able to turn a couple positive yards from that, but with the clock ticking 48 seconds, the Rams just want to get something positive on the board, anything.
Right. Clark in the backfield takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Big pressure up the middle. He takes a big tackle that time. Silo Magno came up and stuck the running back right there at the 5-yard line. Clock is running with 27 seconds to go. Bangor hurrying to try to get some players onto the field. They want this final play real quick.
Bulldogs doing a great job defensively down here, holding them.
So 13 seconds, 12, they're going to have to hustle. Coming up to the line, 5 seconds left. Single motion in the backfield. They do get the snap off. Looking deep in the far corner, the ball is up, and it is incomplete.
Broken up.
It's incomplete at the buzzer. No score. Bangor tried to get it in there, but that was Joe Pike with the defensive play to keep the shutout alive. So the Bulldogs take over at home. They win a convincing fashion, 49-0.